Listen, I'll give you whatever you want. I've got a wallet, I've got arrows, I've got so many I've got a ball and chain. I'm not sure if you want that, but it's pretty useful. It kills lots of things. You can use it in your incredible world domination plans. Just please don't kill me. It's very scary. As soon as I came here, they were just immediately on me. The one over here doesn't care. They actually run away. I'm gonna pick you up and see how you feel about it. I'm getting after you. I don't know what I'm doing. Are we recording it? We probably are. Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. My name is Rabbidluigi, and in the last episode, we made our way to this strange area of, just off the beaten track in Hyrule Field, Northern Hyrule Field. We used our bow and arrow to destroy everybody like the amazing Western sheriff we are. We also restored Ilya's memory, sort of, and she gave us this little horse whistle, which is mildly useful. Kind of not really, but we'll presume it is. And she told us that the old lady who lives here is looking for a messenger from the royal family or the gods or somebody important, and the person who is the messenger, you have loads of cats. Holy shit. I mean, crazy cat lady. You don't seem that mentally deranged, but there's a lot of cats here. I mean, if you got to keep yourself entertained, you'd have all the cats. Can I have more than one? Can I stack my cats up? That doesn't really work. Hello, old lady. I am here, I guess, for you. Is that girl doing all right? I haven't much to offer, but please make yourself comfortable there. I have one of these. Can you do anything about that? Hey, that rod. Very wide eyes, very red eyes. Why have you got red eyes? Is that the Dominion rod? Yeah, you better hope so. Ah, could it really be? Are you the messenger to the heavens? That's the title I had. I forget what it is. Among the legends of my clan, there is a story from the time when the that's hard to say. Uka is about right. The Uka still maintain contact with the royal family. Yes, it is said that a mysterious rod was handed down from the people of the sky, and it was called the Dominion Rod. The rod was only to be carried by the messengers of the heavens when the royal family needed to communicate with the Uka. Uku is the name I've worked out, so I've worked out how to say Uku. Now you're saying Uka. It's a different vowel sounds. From generation to generation, my ancestors have guarded the book that, by a royal decree, was to be given to the messengers of the heavens. That is the book. This is the book. Please take it. I got a book. Oh yeah, the ancient sky book. It's missing some characters, it's incomplete. We got to work out how exactly to fill it. The problem is, I'll get to it in a little bit, we'll finish this little conversation. This book is written in the ancient language of skywriting. I'm so glad I stayed in this village. If I had not met with that young girl, what would have become of me? You would have probably died here. Meeting that girl must have been ordained by the gods, so that I could be here today to pass on this knowledge. I mean, probably. I don't know. The issue here. This part of the game is going from point A to point B, giving something obtained in point A to someone in point B. At point B, you get a different thing to take to someone in point C. You're just going from pillar to post, picking up various bits and pieces in different orders, and it's kind of, I don't appreciate it. Though what I do appreciate from my incredible hearing, I'm sure that's what it was, is finding a Poe. I have my little mini-map which tells me how many Poes there are left. This is the last one in this general vicinity, not the hidden village. This is the only one in the hidden village, but it's like 8 out of 8 in Northern Hyrule or something like that, which includes like Kakariko Gorge and something like, look, 8 out of 8. That is not bad. That is an area finished. I also found out I got 5 out of 5 in Snow Peak, so that's quite nice. There's like loads here, and there are so many in Gerudo Desert. It's a big side quest. I suppose I should be thankful that we're doing this great big trade. It's not really a trade quest. It's not really doing in the 2D Zelda games, like I think Link's Awakening, the Oracle games, you had to do some ridiculous trading mini side quest thing to get like an awesome sword or something at the end of it. It's not quite that, but it's kind of a diluted version of that, where we've got to do one thing to do another. Let's be honest, as we have gone through this whole game, that's kind of what we've been doing. Anyway, Shad, I have a book. Read the book, tell me what it says. What's this? Ah, it's skywriting. Where in blazes did you get this? Lady with cats, I think. You don't suppose this could be the word that breaks the seal? I mean, you can try. Right, let's test it out. Try it out. Nom nom. That's a low chant. You sound like a tribesperson. What are you doing? Something weird, I'm sure. No reaction. That's interesting. So it is not this statue. Oh, jackass, thanks ever so. You have brought me one step closer to solving this puzzle. I shall give the book back to you. Now I shall try out this word on other statues. I have made the rounds of these statues so many times that I have memorized the locations. I will place marks on your map so you can find them. Come find me in case you have questions. Remember, every one of these marks is near an owl statue. Now, if you'll excuse me. Thank you, Shad. That was fun. it's such a sort of nonchalant little thing there, but what it did do, as we're about to find out, some weird thing happened, but our Dominion Rod looks like an actual thing again. Oh yes, power has returned to this very weird racquetball thing. Yes, oh, it's good. Absolutely. It's quite a long side quest, which happens to involve Ilya's memory to just get that back to working order.
The writing in the book was a spell that imbued the stuff with magic. Now you can do to the other statues what you did before. So he did say he would mark your map wherever there was a statue, didn't he? Then we should go check out those spots, right, jackass?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. If we go to our map, we can see on the these things. These are where all the statues are. There are a not insignificant number of them. It's not too much of an issue to go around and get them, but it's mildly awkward. I'll just get started, shall I? The good news, and it's just about good news, is that a lot of the statues we have to go around Hyrule collecting or interacting with, they have something else to them. There is a little extra thing you can get from them. I think you can get some heart pieces from them. At least one or two of them actually give you access to not Poe Souls, just Poes in general. So it's not just a random thing you're doing for random reasons. This is a very good opportunity, like the Triforce, gaining the Triforce, the charts and the actual Triforce in Wind Waker. Kind of also like the Song of the Goddess and Skyward Sword, there are lots of missing characters. Get over it! What happened to that statue? It's over here, okay. Like a lot of those other quests in Zelda where the pacing slows down, you've got to go around the overworld and collect lots of things, it offers up a very good excuse to go to these places and collect more things like heart pieces and Poe Souls. It is a very good excuse, especially with Wind Waker. This is why I'm not going to say I'm a defendant of the Triforce quest thing in Wind Waker, but it did mean that you had a absolutely golden excuse to go around and search various parts of Hyrule and the Great Sea, different overworld, different parts of the Great Sea for all the goodies in the game. I need to, probably gotta sort this crazy man out. That was a headshot. That was a glorious headshot, and I will not rest until the Academy recognizes my efforts. Just give me half a second to deal with some motherfuckers. Goodbye, motherfuck. That was good. Didn't quite kill all of them. That's annoying, and that's also annoying. But I brought the statue over here for a reason. It's not like I'm very confused on where I need to be. It needs to go like kind of there or something, maybe a bit closer. If you bowl bins weren't in the way, this would be a lot easier. This is I'm pretty sure this is a heart piece. Okay, that's where it's supposed to go. Pretty sure this is a heart piece. Indeed, a heart piece that, for the longest time, I had no idea how to get. That's a bit. Okay, that's not massively inconvenient, but a heart piece that, for the longest time, I didn't really know how to get to. And these statues in particular, slightly different to the giant hammer-wielding behemoth. Don't tell me, Midna. I'm doing work. I'm very slowly doing work. Slightly different to the giant hammer one in the Temple of Time. You can use them as platforms, which is rather handy to get to random areas. Makes me think. I mentioned, I think, last episode in this, I think it was last episode, in south of Castletown. Is it south of Castletown? Probably south of Castletown. There is. Let me just hang on. One thing at a time. Go. But goodbye. Like south of Castletown, there's a chest which I can't get to. I don't know if anyone's told me since I mentioned that I had no idea how to get to that chest, but maybe it has something to do with the owl statues. I have no idea. I think the general consensus with this mini interruption of the plot and everything in Zelda history, this is probably the one which people appreciate the most or don't dislike the most. You hear a lot of flack thrown at the Triforce hunt, and, rightly so, I would say, with the Song of the Goddess and Skyward Sword, since that is a very slow thing the game throws on you. But this is okay. I'd say this is done quite well. It's not too arduous to get to places. These are... I'd probably need that thing down there. All I'm doing is doing the little puzzle for, I think, maybe a lot of money. I don't know. We'll get to the skywriting another time, like in a couple of seconds, guys. Just give me a moment. I'm not really sure what about this is done well or better than Wind Waker or Skyward Sword, but maybe just it's quite simple. You're not really doing anything extravagant. It's just you could get this done, and I hope I can in like 15 minutes or something. I'll get a Miiverse stamp! Oh, that was a good idea in the end. I thought it'd be money. I wouldn't complain to money, but... I wouldn't complain to money. I wouldn't complain about money. But, I suppose it's useful. If these are sky characters, Does anybody read Sky character? Can we get a Hylian, not Hylian, a Miiverse stamp for Sky characters? It would be nice, but I'll just get like Sad Midna or something. If I'm being honest, it's all Greek to me. They might as well be Russian characters or Greek characters. It's just a funky way of writing an alphabet, which I don't really understand. And I really do have respect for people who I wouldn't say it's hard to learn that language, but if you're born into it, maybe it's easier. I don't know. Where is this one? This is I'm wondering if this has a Po in it, which makes me a little bit. Why'd I do that? I feel like this might have a Po somewhere near it, which makes me, annoyed again. The game likes to... There's no way, I'm pretty sure there's no way of speeding up the day-night cycle. I know, I've made a beautiful little thing here. This has something at the end of it, and I wonder if it's a heart piece or there's a Po soul. There's one remaining Po soul in this area, and I don't know where it is. That's the issue. My TV is going into standby mode. You've had it on for too long. Not really. Thank you for the Sky character. Fantastic. There is a Midna jumpy thing up here. It's moved. Where did it go? Where did it go? Why did it move? Who did that? That's not... Why? I don't even know why would it do that. Why would it do that? I don't know. Strange bit of coding, but it's probably a heart piece. Interesting thing. I know we've seen this. I can't even skip it. The slight issue. What I like doing at the end of dungeons is rather than just go immediately to the next story significant thing, is kind of play around with the dungeon item and use that in a way which lets us get heart pieces and Po souls and that kind of crazy stuff. The problem is with this, you're immediately, almost forcibly, thrust back into the idea of doing more story, because you can't really do anything else. There's nothing else. You would not be able to get this if you just came out of the Temple of Time. Even if you complete the Temple of Time, even if you don't complete the Temple of Time, rather, the Dominion Rod doesn't work, so you've got to do story stuff to do the extra things which other dungeons allowed you to do with the dungeon item. I have no idea what point I'm trying to make. What's quite fun is I'm not entirely sure even if I'm complaining about this. It's okay, it's a different pace, it's a bit slower when you have to go from the hidden village back to Kakariko Village, and then back to the hidden village, and then back to Kakariko Village. That's kind of slow. But at least we're now out in the field, we're doing field work, we're doing practical stuff, we get to do almost puzzles. They're almost puzzles with these, and you got to do like, not even jumpy puzzles, like judging how far Jackass can jump. Can he make that jump? We will find out. Can he grab on? No, he can't. He can't grab onto this object that can be moved around. That might be why. I don't know. What would be nice if we could actually control the statue while we're standing on it. Then we'd have like some way of moving around in a bit of style, with a bit of pizzazz or something. I don't know. But there's another Sky character. Looks like an 8 with the bottom chopped off the end. I want Miiverse stamps of Sky characters. Why can't we do that? If we're assembling a dead language, an ancient language, or it must be dead because no one speaks it. And does anyone speak Hylian in this world? But it's adorned on all the temple walls. So maybe that's not dead. It's still there, but no one knows what it means except for the people who pick up Miiverse stamps like me. So I don't know. Maybe it's not dead, but dying. I can't do the little one. This amphitheater area as well. It seems there must have been like concept art or something like this. But it's such a I would say it's reasonably insignificant. There's not a lot to this. There's no use for this other than picking up 100 rupees and a bit of Sky character. It seems weird that they would go to such effort to create a very interesting looking area, but have virtually nothing in it, except for maybe a Po and some... It's kind of disappointing. I mean, not really, but while we have a horse whistle thing, I'm going to use my actual Ilia's Charm. Ilia's Charm is a portable... you can constantly have it, little horse seed thing, so we don't have to worry about finding a horse whistle grass thing. We can just use our magic charm, it'll be really useful if that turned up a bit earlier than having to keep, looking around for random bits of grass which I can use to call my horse. She should have given it me earlier. It's not an amazing reward for doing that little plot point or something. I don't even think, while we're on the subject of that little thing about restoring Ilia's memory, she doesn't really have a use in the rest of the game. We don't really see her. We don't really have to go to her. She doesn't actually have, other than saying that, the old lady had something to do with the messenger from the heavens or something like that. She has no use in the game, other than the little thing we just did, which is, you know, you can't help but be disappointed in that. You know, you're supposed to care about this person and they have no use to you, which is a little bit depressing. It's a bit, you know, counterproductive. Here's someone you need to care about and they have no use. That I need to be a little further away. Is there anything at the top of that? Might be. There's a chest over there. I know there's Miiverse stamps around here, and I know we've got a lot of post souls, but we need to get the Miiverse stamps as well at some point, and they are a little bit less easy. Harder? That's a good word. Harder to track than the post souls, because there's no way we can track them. At least with the post souls, we have a number, and we have the number we've got. I've got 9 out of 19 in this rough area here, so I know that. Where has this got to go to help me get up there? Maybe just, I don't know, put it there, and maybe we'll drop down on it or something. I don't know, but I feel like this has something to do with it. We have like 16 Miiverse stamps out of about 50. How are we gonna do this? I don't know. Maybe like jump and be somewhere near there. That could, you know, that could work. Maybe. Is there any other way up? I don't think so. We're getting this chest. It might contain something good. I don't know. But the Miiverse stamps is just, there's 2 in every dungeon, which is about, I don't know how many that is. I know there's 2 in the final dungeon, so it'll be a while till we have all of them, even if we do an episode dedicated. Oh, that was a beautifully executed jump onto the owl statue, making your people proud, getting loads of money. I would prefer Miiverse stamps. Really, I only prefer Miiverse stamps because we found out that we could get Miiverse stamps from the chests which are related to the owl statues. So maybe if they didn't show it at all, we wouldn't know what we were missing. Now then, maybe another thing you can praise the owl statues for while we're here. There's actual puzzles based around them. There's more than just digging them up out of the not digging up out of the ground, but salvaging them from the ocean's depth. There is actually something interesting about them. It's like puzzles. So there's a sense of, you know, there's so many things we could just, you know, jump over here, pick up the sky character, which is a thing which is mandatory, but while we're here, we might as well use the owl statue to its fullest potential and actually get the chest, which is also here. But we filled our ancient sky book with missing characters. Fantastic. We find the path to the sky, which we're going to do, you know, once we get whatever's over here. It could be a Miiverse stamp. I don't know. We're going to do it out of hope that it's a Miiverse stamp. But even so, we're getting a decent amount of money. And I wouldn't say from what I remember, because my memory of the little points of this game is a little bit hazier than I would appreciate. Some things I probably didn't want to do that. I remember that at the end of this, I keep thinking about calling it a side quest or a side mission or something like that. It isn't. It's an actual important thing. But at the end of all this random screwing around with sky characters and trying to get to the sky, I think we got to pay quite a lot of money to one person in particular. So having that 1,400 rupees could be quite useful. Doing this is, oh, no, camera, please be my friend. I've never tried this with a free-moving camera, which, you know, is a slight issue. I'm actually quite glad that, in a weird roundabout way, despite the problems that Heroes Mode brings about, the fact that it is in Hero Mode actually mirrors the game to what I was used to with the Wii version, so I didn't have to get used to a mirrored version of the game like I might have had to do if I kept it in original mode. I have only played the mirrored version of the game, so, you know, food for thought. This incarnation of Jackass has always been right-handed. Right-handed? What? Left? He's normally left-handed. He's reversed in this game. It's hard to think about it. He's reversing things and reversing them back or something. Let's just give this weird scholar person, he's a very clever man, very, very clever man, what he needs. Look at my book. Oh, Jackass, did you read my letter? What letter? Did you send a letter? As it turned out, the word I learned from you didn't do anything with the statues I found. After all that, I wonder how that word was supposed to be used. I'm gonna give you the book. I don't know, I forgot about that. I was very confused. Have a book, it's full of amazing shit. Read the book. Is this the book from last time? Are there more letters in the word? Okay. Are there more letters in the word than the last time I looked at this? How did you investigate the Jackass? It's amazing! Amazing! Yeah, very amazing. Now this must be the word we need. Let's try it immediately. Which is Japanese for something. I only just listened to it, but clearly it's some kind of Japanese. There's a hole. You could fit through there. You don't have to worry about it. Ah! It has taken on the same shape as the other statues. What can this mean? And I thought we had solved the last of the riddles. Blast, how confounding. You can, like, puree your body and squeeze through there. I must apologize, Jackass. I need to cool off a tad before I mull the problem further. You seem like a, you know, reasonably beefy gut. You're not very scrawny scholar guy. You just disappeared. Wow, you teleported. That was incredible. But, yeah, you know, if you really want to work out, you can see there's something behind there. You get a crew. You get, you know, some of the Gorons to lift this out the way. You don't even need my help. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It's, oh. Anyway. After all of that, after the Ilia thing, after the Dominion Rod thing, after the Owl Statue thing, we are presented with a wreck of a cannon. You can see it's a cannon. Jackass? You should have just stuck around. You could have helped me move it. How in blaze did you move this statue? And what's this? With my brute strength, have you seen my six-pack? Amazing, spectacular. There's a cat in my room which wants to leave. This must be the sky cannon I read about in my father's notes. Absolutely. I knew that my intuition was onto something when it led me here. But how can one use this to get to the city in the sky? Oh, something. Cats are going crazy. I might just put the cat out. Hold on a second. This is the same cat that begs to come in and will scratch against the door. So I really want to come in, and then it just leaves like 5 minutes later. Anyway, Midna, what is this and what can we do with it?
A cannon, huh? What do you plan to do with this, Jackass?
We're gonna warp. Where can we go? That's a good question.
Except that guy's still watching us.
Can you fuck off, please? We're doing work here. Ah! Yes, get the fuck out of here. Perhaps I'm in your way. Yes, I'm trying to move this with my scrawny arms. Well, forgive me for not realizing I should just disappear at times like this, really. So, let me know if the results, no. Oh, let me know the results another time, Jackass. There you go. Read the words and you will be fine. Oh, yes. Let me give you one last piece of advice. That seems to be broken, but you do well to show it to a cannon expert first. I should say. Farewell. Absolutely goodbye, Shad. Fine work. Also notice adorning the walls of this area. Sky characters.
I wonder if I put him off.
I mean, I kind of like stood here with an angry expression. Notice on the wall. Yeah. How about that? Anyway, let's move this. I don't know where we're gonna take it. We're gonna find a place. There are many places we can go. Really, there's only I kind of want to like, warp a random area. Let's go to Castle Town. Put it in front of Castle Town. Let's put it like near where the Yetis are in Snow Peak. Actually, there's only one place we can put this. But that's fine, because he mentioned something about a cannon expert, and we're not talking about, like, the canonical... Oh, burping, that's a lot of beer, okay. Not talking about the, like, canonical experts in a narrative. Talking about someone who is an expert at blowing things out of cannons, or, you know, shooting things out of cannons. You don't really blow things out of cannons, that would be, you know, there's like a controlled explosion in a cannon, and it launches something at the end of it. Maybe that's correct, I don't know. Anyway, here's a cannon. It's very impressive. A little bit broken. I don't know how long it's been there. We ancient sky cannon thing. We just did a crazy, not even a side quest. It's the same problem with the Skyward Sword Song of the Goddess, where it feels so, not out of place, but such a clean cut from the rest of the game that it feels almost like it's a side quest, but it isn't. And it'll make a nice side quest. Let's go with that. Anyway, you absolutely terrifying man. Hey, buddy. Yeah, look what I've got. It's bigger than yours. Is that yours? Hey, buddy, I never thought you'd get so hooked on fantastication that you tried to build your own cannon. So are you going to give me the tour of what? Looks like you got a serious rig over there. It's a little bit broken. Not really my fault. It was kind of as I found it. Didn't build it. It looks too fancy for what I built. Whoa, it's kind of retro, huh? And there's no ignition device, so you can't even use it. Listen, buddy, I suppose I might be able to fix it for you. I mean, maybe... You know, just a little bit of money. That is, if you can pay me 300 rupees in advance. What'd you say? I can blow my nose with that. I knew you'd see the light, buddy. Now I'll just be a sec. I wonder, maybe can't you like say no and you'll get a cheaper price? I wonder if that's a thing, or I'm remembering a different Zelda game. But this is a lovely thing. I don't know how many days and nights that took, but it didn't look like it did a lot. If he's a one-man team, even if he is a one-man team working days and nights, that would be a hard thing to repair. You would need equipment to get it in, to lift it all up. A little bit hard to do for someone who's got a gut just hanging out. Here you go, buddy. All working as it should, I think. You better hope so. It may look like junk, but this thing's got some powerful innards. Is that like you? I mean, that's a metaphor for Okay, whatever. You're gonna be knocking on the doors to the heavens. Seriously, bud, it might be rough. So I'm sorry for soaking you in the dough. I'll leave you alone then. Well, you will have fun. Oh yeah, you just have all the fun you want, okay, buddy? That's fine. Fine work. Clearly, he is more than a scary human being who has a really weird face. He actually has some substance to what he does. Anyway, we have no ignition device. We don't need one. Not really. We have a hookshot thing, and also, clearly, the underlying thing here is Oku wants to go back to the Uku wants to go back to the Uka people, and the only way of doing that, as we saw from the art adorning the wall where the sky cannon was kept, the Uka people are the sky people, and we're blasted into the sky. Oh, this place is weird. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this next episode. We probably should, really. This is, we may be told very briefly, and I may need to clear my throat. We'll find out. Phew, gracious, we made it back, finally. Welcome, adventurer. This is the sky city of the Uka. Since you came all this way, I guess I can give you a tour of the city. Indeed. What a weird place this is. Eek! What the fuck is that? That's not an Uka. Is that your leader? It's a very large leader. The hell's that? What's it doing here? There's some great big holes in this place. Seems like a very run-down city you have here. I mean, you don't seem that aggressive a species. Where are your battlements and your defense? Where are your warriors? Tell me about that. Oh goodness, brave adventurer, you won't believe it. There's a dragon raging outside the city walls. Oh, I'm terribly worried about everything. I'm going to check in that shop for survivors. Indeed. And that you'd be wise to do that. This area is, I mean, I can see from my mini-map, it is the last dungeon in the game for now, okay? This is where the last Mirror of Twilight is. So we're not going to do it now, because it's going to take a while, but in the next episode, this has been Rabbidluigi, this has been Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. In the next episode, we are going to explore and do some things in the City of the Sky, which has very strong winds. There is our route back down. The cannon is in tip-top working order, so we don't have to worry about being trapped up here, but we're going to try and do a bit of a dungeon which I don't really love that much, not as much as some of the previous ones we've been doing, but I will this is maybe my least favourite in the game, let's go with that. So we'll plow through. It's a decent enough dungeon, if a little bit boring, so you know, that's a small price to pay. Also, it's quite windy. We'll worry about it in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.